We all use services every single day. Think about your morning. The alarm clock wakes you. It uses electricity, a service. You make toast. The bread came from a store, a service. The bus or train you take to work is a service. Even the internet you use to read this is a service. These things are vital. They help us live our lives smoothly. Without them, our days would be much harder. Reliable services form the quiet background of our Canadian lives. What does reliable service truly mean for us? It means the service works when we need it. It means it does what it promises to do. It means we can trust the people providing the service. If you call a plumber, you expect them to fix the leak properly. If you go to a doctor, you expect good care. Reliability is about consistency and quality. It is about feeling safe and respected as a customer. Canada is a very big country. It stretches from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. It also goes far north into the Arctic. This large size creates special challenges for services. Getting good internet to small towns can be hard. Delivering packages to remote areas costs more money. People in these places need reliable services just like people in big cities. Connecting everyone is a constant Canadian endeavor, a true test of our service infrastructure. Our country is also home to people from all over the world. This diversity is a great strength for Canada, but it can also make service delivery more complex. Sometimes there are language barriers. People may have different cultural expectations for how a service should be provided. Good service providers try to understand these differences. They work hard to make sure everyone feels welcome and understood. This inclusivity is key to making services truly reliable for all Canadians. Then there is the Canadian weather. We have cold winters with lots of snow. We can also have hot summers. Sadly, not every service experience in Canada is a good one. Many people face problems. They deal with services that are not up to par. Statistics help us see how big this issue really is. For example, some consumer reports show that up to 25% of Canadians feel they received unsatisfactory service in a given year. This means 1 in 4 people had a bad experience. These numbers tell a story of frustration and disappointment for too many. Let's look at the housing sector. Getting repairs done can be a headache. Finding a trustworthy contractor for renovations is often a worry. Imagine hiring someone to fix your roof, only for it to leak again. Statistics suggest that nearly 30% of Canadian homeowners have faced significant issues with home repair or renovation services in the past few years. This can lead to major stress and unexpected costs for families trying to maintain their homes. When services are unreliable, it costs people more than just money. Of course, the financial hit is real. You might pay for a repair that doesn't work. You might have to buy a new appliance sooner than expected. You might lose wages if you can't get to work because your car wasn't fixed properly. These costs add up quickly. For many Canadian families, an unexpected bill due to poor service can be a serious financial burden, straining already tight budgets. Beyond the money, there is the emotional toll. Dealing with bad service is incredibly frustrating. It can make you feel angry, stressed, or helpless. Imagine arguing with a company for weeks to fix a mistake. Think about the anxiety of not knowing if a vital service will work when you need it. This constant worry and aggravation can affect your mental health. It can reduce your overall quality of life and peace of mind, which are invaluable. Unreliable services also steal our precious time. Time spent on hold with customer service. Time taken off work to wait for a repair person who never shows up. Time spent researching alternatives after a bad experience. Finding a reliable service provider can feel like a difficult search. There are so many choices out there. Ads on television, flyers in the mail, websites online, they all promise great service. But how do you know who to trust? How can you tell which plumber will really fix the leak, or which daycare will truly care for your child? For many Canadians, this search can be overwhelming. It often feels like taking a chance, hoping for the best outcome. Good information is key to making good choices. People need ways to find out which providers are dependable. Online reviews can be helpful, but sometimes they are not genuine. Official certifications or accreditations from industry bodies can be a sign of quality. Consumer protection agencies also play a role by providing advice and handling complaints. Making this information easy to find and understand empowers Canadians to choose wisely and avoid potential problems. Friends and family can also be a great source of recommendations. Section 6. Setting the standard. What ethical service looks like. What does it mean for a service provider to be ethical? It means they operate with honesty and fairness. They are transparent about their prices and what their service includes. There are no hidden fees or surprise charges. Ethical providers take responsibility if something goes wrong. They don't make excuses, they make things right. They genuinely care about their customers' satisfaction and well-being. This commitment to doing the right thing is the core of ethical service. Let's imagine an ethical home renovation contractor. Before starting any work, they provide a detailed, written quote. This quote clearly explains all the costs for materials and labor. They communicate regularly with the homeowner about progress. They use good quality materials as promised. If there are unexpected delays, they explain why. They ensure the work is done to a high standard and they stand by it with a warranty. This builds confidence and respect. Consider a wellness clinic that operates ethically. Their practitioners are properly qualified and licensed. They provide advice that is based on evidence and the client's best interests, not on selling more products or services. Section 7. More than just a transaction, building trust through great service. Ethical behavior from service providers is absolutely essential. It is not just a minor detail or something that is nice to have. It is the very foundation upon which trust is built between businesses and the Canadian public. When providers act ethically, they show respect for their customers. They prove they are worthy of our confidence and our business. This ethical commitment must be consistent in every interaction, big or small. Exceptional service, however, often goes even further than just meeting basic ethical duties. It involves a genuine desire to create a positive experience for the customer. This might mean anticipating a customer's needs before they even ask. It could be showing extra empathy when a customer is facing a difficult situation. It's about making the person feel valued and important, not just like another number. This extra effort transforms a simple transaction into a positive relationship. Public trust is not something that can be bought or demanded. Section 8. The Canadian expectation towards higher service standards. Canadians, by and large, have a strong sense of fairness. We generally expect to be treated with respect. We value quality and honesty in our dealings. These are core Canadian values. It makes sense, then, that we would expect these same principles to be reflected in the services we use every day. When we pay for a service, whether it's fixing our internet or caring for an elderly parent, we expect good value and dependable delivery. This is the Canadian standard. Government bodies and industry associations have a role to play in upholding these standards. They can set clear rules and guidelines for service providers. They can establish licensing requirements to ensure providers are qualified. They can also offer dispute resolution services when things go wrong between a customer and a business. This oversight helps protect consumers. It also helps create a level playing field where ethical businesses are not disadvantaged by those who cut corners. Consumers also have power. We can vote with our wallets. By choosing to support businesses that offer reliable service and treat their customers ethically, we send a clear message. We can do our research before hiring someone. Section 9. Our shared responsibility, a call for reliable services for all. As consumers in Canada, we have a part to play in demanding better service. We should not silently accept poor quality or unethical treatment. It is important to be informed. Ask questions before you agree to a service. Read contracts carefully, check reviews and credentials. And if you receive unsatisfactory service, speak up. Make a polite but firm complaint. Your feedback helps businesses improve and protects other consumers from similar negative experiences. For those who provide services, the message is clear. Embrace ethical principles as the heart of your business. Invest in proper training for your staff. Listen carefully to what your customers are saying, both the good and the bad. Aim for excellence in every single interaction, no matter how small. Remember that a reputation for reliability and great service is your most valuable asset. It will bring loyal customers and long-term success in the Canadian marketplace. Policymakers and industry leaders also have a crucial role. They can work to create an environment that actively supports and rewards reliable service provision.